What's up, guys? How's everyone doing? Let's go, Commanders Nation! Starting another massive news roundup here on the channel, bringing you the hottest Washington updates straight to your screen. Welcome back to another video, another breakdown in that style you already know. Fast, straight to the point, and always up to date. If you're new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We've got daily content so you don't miss a thing. And don't forget to smash that like button. It helps the channel a ton and keeps me motivated to keep grinding every day here on YouTube. So, listen up, nation. The mood was festive for this Christmas game against the Dallas Cowboys, but man, our hearts almost stopped. In the second quarter, our veteran Jonathan Jones left the field with an injury scare that had everyone worried. He was taken straight to the locker room to go through the NFL's concussion protocol. Guys, imagine the panic. Our secondary was already under insane pressure with Dak Prescott playing well, and then we lose a guy with 10 years of experience, the literal voice of our communication back there. ESPN's Adam Schefter quickly reported he was questionable to return, and the vibe got heavy. Washington had to thin out the defensive rotation at a crucial moment, and we know that against a rival, any opening is fatal. But hey, I want your like right now if you believe in the grit of this roster, because the good news came even before halftime. Jones was cleared by the medical staff and returned to the game. It was an immediate relief. His presence stabilized the defense, allowing us to slow down that Cowboys offense that started the game on fire. This guy is fundamental. Even in a tough season, having a vet who knows the ins and outs of the game helps the young guys, like Mike Seinristil, get into better positions. He stayed under observation, but he showed that the Christmas spirit in Washington is all about fighting till the end. Moving forward, let's talk about the situation right now. It's crunch time. 24-17 Dallas with just over 4 minutes left in the third quarter. We had that spark from Jacory Merritt, who took it 72 yards for the touchdown to put us back in the mix. We're without Jaden Daniels and Mariota today, so the veteran Josh Johnson is out there trying to pull off a miracle leading the offense. The defense, led by Jerzon Newton, who already has 3 sacks on Prescott, is doing its part. With Jones back, we have that safety net to try for a turnover and flip this score by force. I want to hear from you. Do you trust Josh Johnson to lead this comeback, or is our defense going to win this game on their backs? Comment, I trust, if you think our Christmas present is going to be a win over Dallas. That's it, nation. Washington is in it. Jonathan Jones's experience came back at the right time, and the game isn't over until the clock hits 0. It's time to unite. Pray no new symptoms show up for Jones, and hope we can shut down Dallas's big plays.
All right, let's keep it moving. We all know yesterday's result on Christmas Day against the Dallas Cowboys wasn't what we wanted. That 30-23 loss at Northwest Stadium was a tough pill to swallow. But man, we have to tip our caps to what Von Miller did on that field. Even at 36 years old, this guy proved he's an absolute NFL legend. He notched a crucial sack on Dak Prescott, and with that, he reached a milestone that very few human beings in the history of football ever have. According to Nikki Jabavla from The Athletic, that sack moved Miller into a tie for 10th place all-time on the league's official sack list. He's now at 137.5 career sacks, tying Hall of Fame legends like Richard Dent and John Randall. Guys, this is pure history, and he's doing it in our jersey. And look, it wasn't a gimme sack either. There was a scare on the play because Frankie Louvu got flagged for unnecessary roughness, but Miller's sack stood and secured the record. On top of that, he added 2 tackles and a direct hit on the QB. A lot of people criticized the Commanders when we signed him to that 1-year, $6 million deal back in July. But look at the numbers. Von Miller already has 8 sacks in this 2025 season alone. He's playing like he's 25, with an explosive first step that's still terrifying O-lines. I want your like right now if you think Von Miller shut the critics up this year. Now, the question everyone's asking, is this his final season? We know it's a 1-year deal, and he's playing at an elite physical level, but at 36, every game could potentially be a farewell. If he decides 2025 is the end of the road, he has very little time to climb even higher on that list. He's only 1 sack away from 9th place, DeMarcus Ware, and 1.5 sacks away from Terrell Suggs. Our next matchup is where he can officially cement his name in the top 8 or top 9 in NFL history. Can you imagine watching a Commanders player pass living legends in the final weeks of the regular season? That's something to celebrate. The Washington Commanders are still in the fight, and Von Miller is our rock, that veteran presence we need in high-pressure moments. I want to hear from you. Should Von Miller re-sign for 2026 or retire at the top after breaking these records? Also, does he pass DeMarcus Ware in the next game? Drop a comment below. I want the nation's opinion. Moving to our final updates, the reality is the Commanders are worn out and banged up after that battle against the Cowboys yesterday. But one thing nobody can deny, this team doesn't quit. We started the game with a scare, trailing 21-3 in the second quarter. It looked like Christmas dinner was going to be bitter, right? But our comeback was spectacular. The team clawed back with 2 straight touchdowns and cut the lead to just 1 possession. That's the Washington spirit we want to see, fighting against the odds even when things look grim. Rookie running back Jacory Merritt made a play that's going to be on the season highlight reel for a long time. An incredible 72-yard house call for the touchdown. That was his second of the game. The kid finished with big-time numbers. Only 11 carries, but he went over 100 yards. In that moment in the third quarter, down 24-17, he was the guy keeping our hopes alive. What a find this rookie is, right? He's running with a hunger that's just beautiful to watch. We know the final score was close, 30-23 for them, but we fought until the end. If the defense had held for just 1 or 2 more downs, or if Merritt had just a little more blocking at the end, that Christmas miracle would have been ours. The game was streaming on Netflix, the whole world was watching, and despite the loss, this team showed they have heart. Now it's time to get healthy, fix the secondary, and focus on the rest of the season. We are ending the year with some scars, but with the certainty that we have pieces like Jacory for the future. That's it, nation. Christmas is over. Our hearts are still racing, but the pride for this team's grit remains. I want to hear from you. Is Jacory Merritt already our undisputed RB1 for 2026? And what was missing for us to complete the comeback yesterday? Comment below. I want the nation's opinion. Did you enjoy the video? Leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell so you don't miss the next updates. We're in this together. Thanks for everything, and let's go Commanders!